Galway. Sports with Eric DeBerardinis. And meteorologist Joe Garbace.
A local police officer in Butler Township has been charged with writing 28 checks totaling nearly $7,000 to himself. And tonight, it's our top story. Good evening. This is WYLN's Late Edition, Greater Hazelton's only local news broadcast for Friday, January 16th, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. A former Butler Township police officer has been charged with theft. 43-year-old Timothy Jacobs was investigated on a complaint of theft and forgery against him on November 19th after money was found missing from the Butler Township Police Association account. He was elected to the secretary and treasurer position in March of 2014. He allegedly wrote 28 checks totaling $6,982 to himself, along with cash from June 1st through November 20th. He was placed on administrative leave in April of 2014 after sustaining a head injury while on duty in August of 2013. Butler Township supervisors terminated him at the December 9th meeting. He was charged yesterday with 1 count of theft and 2 counts of forgery. He was arraigned by Magisterial District Judge Daniel O'Donnell. Jacobs was released on $5,000 unsecured bail and awaits a preliminary hearing. A tractor-trailer struck a home in Freeland earlier this morning. WYLN's Gary Perna has more.
This tractor-trailer smashed into a house in the borough around 10:30 this morning, and thankfully no one was home.
Arrived on location, we found tractor-trailer making a hard left turn, cut it short and into the side of the residence and approach.
Fire Chief Stepanski said they usually do not have a problem with tractor-trailers in Freeland. He can only recall one other time at this intersection of Ridge and Front Streets where a tractor-trailer caused a problem.
An issue with big trucks coming up this way, can't make the turn. Supposedly they're putting signs up at the intersection to try to eliminate this situation. A year ago we had a tractor trailer come up here and got tangled up in the wires. The fire department assisted in removal of that along with the utility companies. At that point we decided that, try to get some signage up here to try to eliminate tractor trailers coming up this way.
The chief said there is some heavy damage.
We had pretty good heavy damage to the front of the residence on the porch area. Fire department personnel stabilized the porch. I have code enforcement officer with me. I'm hoping for the homeowner to arrive here shortly to determine if there's any interior of the residence damaged.
Stepanski told us that weather and road conditions did not play a factor.
Prior to the accident, the sun was out, but during the accident now we got a snow squall here. The road conditions were wet only here at this time.
No word if charges will be filed against the driver. In Freeland, for WYLN's Late Edition, I'm Gary Perna.
Over the next few months, 30 people will be eliminated from Schuylkill Health. According to the Marketing and Public Relations Director of Schuylkill Health, the dental clinic at the Schuylkill Medical Center East Norwegian Street Hospital and the Transitional Rehabilitation Unit at the Schuylkill Medical Center South Jackson Street will be closing. The closures will save the organization roughly $1.3 million in salary and benefits annually. The hospital began an 18-month study to examine its finances. The dental center, which has been at its current site for the past 15 years, will likely close in the middle of March. The Transitional Rehabilitation Unit is expected to close by the middle of April. A Pottsville area high school student was arrested after a note was found in a bathroom at the high school saying the school would blow up at noon. According to police, the high school was evacuated and police along with state police canine units searched the building. No bomb was found. The student admitted to police that they made the threat. The student could face charges for the scare at the high school. Police in Ashley are investigating a robbery at the Family Dollar store that took place Thursday around 5:30 p.m. According to police, the Family Dollar store on South Main Street was robbed by this female in the surveillance photo. Police say she fled the store in a blue, older-styled Chevrolet work van with a spare tire attached to the left rear of the van. Anyone with information on this incident, or if you're able to identify the suspect, you are asked to call Ashley Police by dialing 911. The long-awaited Hugo Zielinski double homicide trial is now just 5 days away after the 4 alternates were chosen yesterday. Both the defense and the prosecution spent days picking the 12-member jury. The 4 alternate jurors were finally chosen yesterday. The Luzerne County Courthouse will be closed on Monday in observance of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and both sides need time on Tuesday to prepare. Opening statements are set to start at 9:15 a.m. on Wednesday. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty for the murders of Michael Krakowski and Tammy Fassett back in 2002. Their remains were found in Zielinski's backyard. The trial is expected to last 4 to 6 weeks. If Zielinski is convicted, the jurors will have to decide whether he should die for the crime. A lawsuit has been reinstated against Luzerne County and manager Robert Lawton. The suit was originally filed in April of 2013 by the county's former chief public defender, Al Flora Jr. He sought to be reinstated after claiming that he was wrongfully terminated from his position. There were issues as to whether Flora was acting as a public official or private citizen when he lobbied county heads for more money for the public defender's office. A U.S. District Court judge dismissed the suit in March of 2014, but the United States Court of Appeals for the Third Circuit agreed with Flora and vacated the lower court's decision on Thursday. If Flora decides to pursue the matter, then the suit will then proceed through the court system. The Pennsylvania Senate will begin session for the 2015-2016 year on Tuesday, January 20th. This year, State Senator Johnny Duchek has been appointed to serve on 5 Senate committees. In a press release, Duchek said, quote, "There are a number of challenges that must be met by the legislature in the upcoming session, and I believe my committee assignments will give our district a strong voice in crafting solutions to the pressing issues," unquote. Duchek will serve on the Consumer Protection and Professional Licensure, Labor and Industry Policy Committees, and Local Government Committees. Duchek will also serve as the Democratic Chair of the Environmental Resources and Energy Committee. Trinity Nursery and Kindergarten School will hold registration for the fall term. The registration is open to the public beginning next Wednesday, January 21st from 9 o'clock until 11:30 a.m. and 12:30 to 3 p.m. Trinity Nursery and Kindergarten School is located at Church and Hemlock Streets. For more information, you may call 570-454-3492, extension 4, or you can call Katie Amentler at 570-454-8123, extension 15. Again, Trinity Nursery and Kindergarten School will hold open registration on January 21st from 9 o'clock until 11:30 a.m. and 12:30 to 3 p.m. A group of youngsters visited the WYLN studios yesterday to catch a glimpse of what happens behind the scenes. Tiger Scout Pack 207 from Cunningham stopped by last night to tour the station and experience firsthand how a newscast is put together. The kids got a tour of the studios along with the newsroom and the control room. The Scouts were able to see themselves on TV, and of course the kids had lots of questions for our crew, and everyone said that they had a great time. And that is a look at tonight's top stories. Coming up, Eric DeBaradinas is in with details on how Penn State was given back its 111 wins that the NCAA took away in the wake of the Jerry Sandusky scandal. Plus, we have details on Season 6 of Women Today. But first, let's head outside to the Bedrock Gardens Weather Center with Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik, who has those details on our weekend weather, and I hope it's a little warmer than we've seen.
Oh, well, unfortunately, as we go at least into the first part of the weekend, it's even going to be colder for our Saturday. It's going to get a little bit milder for Sunday. Also have a chance of some precipitation in our forecast, as we'll be talking about in a little bit. But it's cold outside now, but not nearly as bad as 1994 up in Massachusetts. Worcester, how about this? For a wind chill factor, what it feels like when you walk outside, it felt like it was minus 65 degrees below zero. But we do have some cold weather to talk about for tonight and tomorrow. How cold, you might ask? I'll let you know all about the numbers coming up next.
Why should you choose Penn State Hazleton? We have new scholarship money.
There's no application fee.
When you visit campus.
Opportunities to do research. Students are scoring internships
all over the country.
You can start here and finish here.
Or at another Penn State campus.
We have fun.
We have the Lion.
Penn State is ranked #1
by corporate recruiters.
We have the largest alumni network
in the world.
It's your time. Penn State.
Penn State
lives here.
Check us out at psu.edu/visit Hazleton.
Success begins at MMI Preparatory School.
Because I'm treated with respect.
Because every teacher knows me by name.
Because independent schools better prepare us.
Because they helped me get a full ride to Stanford.
Because MMI is worth the investment.
Register your child today for our January 21st visitation and our January 31st entrance exam.
Disney on Ice presents Worlds of Fantasy, presented by Yo Kids Organic Yogurt. Your Toy Story friends take fun to infinity and beyond. The Little Mermaid shows you all of the wonders under the sea. The Cars take you on a race around the track. And Tinkerbell helps you believe in the magic of the Disney fairies. 4 fantastic adventures in one amazing ice show.
Tickets start at $15. Log on to Ticketmaster.com today. Coming January 14th through 19th to Mohegan Sun Arena.
If you want to see what this contraption was really created for, you have to join us this week on Wellness Through Physical Therapy and let Kenny explain to you how this can help you with falls and balance. It's this week. Join us.
Well, we got some cold weather to talk about once again in our forecast through tonight, and even as we head into tomorrow, it's going to be very cold for our Saturday, then a little bit milder as we start going into our Sunday. But then after that, you know, it's going to be ups and downs in terms of our temperatures. Now today we did have some snow showers and flurries across our region. Some places enough to whiten up the ground, but again, nothing significant. But the big news is just how cold it is and how cold it's going to be as we head through the overnight hours. Live 35 Skycast Doppler, nothing to show you. It is dry from Drums through Dorrance and Mountaintop, Wilkes-Barre, out there in Millville, Danville, Elysburg, hometown. Nothing to show you, just a few flurries. There's been a couple of light snow showers, but that's about it. 18 degrees, our live Lehigh tire conditions outside our station in Hazleton, but a little bit of that breeze and wind from time to time. It's making you feel like it's about 7 degrees when you walk outside. Coordinated Health Almanac page for today, 30 and 18, the split in temperatures, fairly close to the average high and low of 33 and 18. 62 and -4 record high and low still stand, 726, 502, sunrise and sunset for tomorrow. So generally teens and 20s this morning, and then getting up generally into the 30s for the most part, but you know, it continues to get cold and temperatures drop right now. 23 in New Angola, 28 in Berwick, 28 in Bloomsburg, as well as Danville. Satellite and radar, you'll be able to see some of those snow showers, a couple of squalls here and there, and some snow flurries. A lot of them now dissipating, not a whole lot going on, still a few left over, but primarily out in the central part of the state. Quiet as we head into tomorrow, but it's going to be very, very cold. And then going into our Sunday, I think temperatures will get above freezing. And as we go into our Sunday, there's a chance of some rain and snow showers coming across our area from the west toward the east. And then it should be quiet as we start going into early Monday. Notice tonight dropping down into the single digits. A cold night out there. Tomorrow, not getting out of the 20s for daytime highs. And then going into our Sunday, notice it's a little bit milder. We'll be already in the upper 20s and lower 30s going into the first part of our early morning Sunday. Cold day for tomorrow, but it's going to be a little bit milder for the second part of the weekend, and then early next week still going to be cold. Extended forecast looking like this. A very cold day for our Saturday. We're only going to get up to about 20, some rain and snow showers for Sunday, some flurries for Monday and Tuesday, and then actually Tuesday night we may have to deal with a period of some snow and some light snow going into our Wednesday, and then still some flurries for Thursday and Friday of next week with temperatures near 30 degrees. We'll have more for you coming up after this break.
Care Home Care, the health care that you need in the comfort and privacy of your own home.
At All Care Home Care, our caring and compassionate staff of skilled nurses, occupational speech, physical therapists, dietitian, social worker, and home health aides will give you the professional care you need. Call 459-3002.
With All Care Home Care, you will feel so much better and be able to do so much more.
Remember, it's still your choice. For your care, call us and we'll be there.
Hey kids, I'm home.
Dad, it's cold in here.
Oh, it's not cold in here, it's warm in here. Matter of fact, I'm going to turn this down because I got to save money for tax preparation.
Honest Abe's, your tax partner, giving free advice year-round. 310 South Church Street in Hazleton. Call them at 570-861-8297. Don't stress, pay less.
At Cuck's Turkey Farm, we are family owned and operated for over 45 years, and we consistently strive to produce premium poultry. We offer the finest all-natural country poultry, antibiotic-free, all vegetarian fed with superior white meat yield and exceptional flavor. So we invite you to experience the unique natural taste of our poultry for your enjoyment and your health. Give us a call or stop in today.
This week on Women Today, it's the Season 6 premiere. Maria Fendrick from Mother's Nature and Natural Markets can tell you how you can eat clean and healthy in 2015. We're going to taste a wonderful wine from Simply Homebrew. Kathy Cucci's back in the kitchen. She's going to give you some great food pairings to go with that wine. Later on, we've got a fantastic giveaway, and we'll tell you who is our sensational Senior of the Week. That's all coming up. It's Season 6 of Women Today. Join us.
A new season of Women Today is set to premiere this Monday right here on WYLN. And tonight we have a preview of what you can expect this season. This coming Monday at 10 a.m. you can join Liz Tolan, Lonnie Poli, Kathy Cucci, and Kathy Colangelo for the premiere of Season 6 of Women Today. This year's theme, making small steps towards big changes.
A lot of times people, they set these huge goals for themselves. Within 2 weeks, they just give up on everything because it's unmanageable. We're going to try throughout the season. That'll be our common kind of thread. We'll be giving lots of great advice on how you can make small steps towards big change.
This season of Women Today has a great lineup of guests, and Tolan says she's excited for the viewers to see what these guests have in store.
We've got some great guests. We'll be starting it off with Maria from Mother's Nature and Natural Market. We'll talk about adapting some healthy eating changes in the new year. We'll be meeting with Dr. Rodman about other healthy lifestyle changes. Of course, we'll have our wonderful physicians from the Lehigh Valley Health Network. We're so blessed to have them once again as our master sponsor. We'll be talking about some new advancements in women's cancers, a lot about wellness, a lot about fitness, a lot about unleashing your inner creativity. It's going to be a fun season.
So what is Women Today all about?
Well, Women Today, we're in our 6th season, and the show was created by women for women on issues that are important to us. What we try to do is we try to produce a show that is both entertaining but professional, and we try to use leading-edge experts in whatever we're talking about. So we try to get some really good information out there about topics that are important to women. We also have Cooking with Kathy, so we give some great hints for the kitchen. This season, we're going to have a segment with wine tasting brought to us by Simply Homebrew. So each week we'll be sampling a different wine, and we'll be talking about the complexity and a little bit about the characteristics of each wine. So we'll teach women too, like how they can pick wines and then how to pair them with their favorite foods. So we have a little bit of fun, hopefully some really great information, and that's what our goal is.
Tolan says the show is made possible by the generosity of the many sponsors who support the show.
First of all, thank you very much to our sponsors. We also have a sensational senior segment this season that's brought to us by Fritz Singer Senior Living Community. So you can get in touch with them or with us if you'd like to nominate your favorite senior. We want to thank them. We want to thank the Sammy Hotel Group, who are the sponsors of Cooking with Kathy this season. Of course, the Lehigh Valley Health Network always is our master sponsor. And this season we welcome Simply Homebrew, who's providing us with these great wines and this great information for our viewers.
So when can we watch Women Today here on WYLN?
We're very excited. Season 6 of Women Today premieres at 10 a.m. this upcoming Monday. The show is on every morning at 10 a.m., Wednesday nights at 8:30, Friday nights at 9 o'clock. It's a new show each week, and then it's rebroadcast 6 times throughout the week. People can watch us online anytime at www.wilntv.com. As well, they can check out our Facebook page. That's a really great source of information of who the week's guest is. We put up Kathy's recipes, and if people go to Facebook and like us or email me, they can actually win our prize each week. We always give something away every week.
Once again, the Season 6 premiere of Women Today will be this coming Monday, January 19th at 10 a.m., only on WYLN.
Coming up next, Eric is in with details on Penn State, plus a look at this week's Student Athlete of the Week. That and much more still ahead on Late Edition here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
Antique Appraisals, hosted by John A. Schumann III, Saturday, January 17th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. located in the north wing of the Laurel Mall. There's a $5 fee for each item appraised, and you can enter for a chance to win a Laurel Mall gift certificate.
During these changing times, is your insurance program up to date? I'm local Allstate agent Gary McNeilis. I invite you to come into our office or give us a call. We'll help you be sure that you have the proper coverage to take care of all your family's needs at a price you can afford. Now more than ever, you need to be in good hands to protect everything that's important to you. Our team of insurance professionals and I will be honored to serve you. Are you in good hands?
Tune in every Sunday night on WYLN from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action as only Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling High Voltage can bring you. That's Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling every Sunday night on WYLN. I'll see you in the ring.
Enjoy the great outdoors at the Whitetail Preserve Shooting Ranges, Trap, Skeet, and Sporting Clays course. No waiting and no lines. First time shooting? Whitetail Preserve employs certified instructors to help you get the most out of your experience. Hungry? The restaurant at Whitetail has a great menu to satisfy and offers catering for all occasions. Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, approximately 13 miles west of Hazleton and just 1 hour from Allentown, Reading, and the Delaware Water Gap. 118 Boulevard Road, just off the Rockland Road near Rockland. 384-2314.
409 is a number that means a lot to Penn Staters. It's on t-shirts, billboards, and bumper stickers, and now it's back in the record books. Today, the NCAA announced a new settlement with the university, restoring 112 wins to the program, including 111 under Joe Paterno, again making him the winningest coach in major college football history. On July 23, 2012, the NCAA imposed unprecedented sanctions on Penn State University in response to the Jerry Sandusky child molestation scandal. Since that time, the program's bowl ban and scholarship reductions were lifted. Now, Penn State gets back all the wins that were vacated between 1998 and 2011, putting Paterno back on top in the record books with 409 career wins. Tom Bradley's lone win as interim head coach was also restored. Today's settlement comes weeks before a scheduled trial regarding the legality of the 2012 consent decree, which allowed for the sanctions to be implemented in the first place. Another big part of the deal is that the $60 million fine to address child abuse will be spent entirely in the state of Pennsylvania. State Senate Majority Leader Jake Corman signed off on the new proposal and in a news conference today said, quote, "The NCAA has surrendered. The agreement we reached represents a complete victory for the issue at hand," end quote. Part of a statement from the Paterno family read, quote, "The repeal of the consent decree and the return of the wins to the university and Joe Paterno confirm that the NCAA and the Board of Trustees acted prematurely and irresponsibly in the unprecedented sanctions the NCAA imposed on the university, the players, coaches, and the community," end quote. We'll have much more on the announcement Monday on Late Edition. Her name is often mispronounced, but there's no mistaking Mackenzie Uri's game. The junior is a leader for Hazleton girls basketball, both on and off the court, making her WYLN Student Athlete of the Week.
I'm hoping for her to grow a little bit, and she's not growing, so when we play teams a little bit bigger, I think she puts her hair up in the bun a little bit higher and makes her look like she's a little bit taller.
I'm always shorter than anybody else that I on my team. I'm the shortest one, but no, it's not because I wear it, no.
She may not stand taller than any other competition, but that doesn't keep 5'3" Mackenzie Uri from standing out.
Not the size of the dog in the fight, as we say, it's the fight in the dog, and she just has fire in her eyes, and she's getting better. The thing is getting better.
While her coach kids that he is waiting on a growth spurt, Joe Gavia recognizes the growth of Uri's play and leadership.
The way she prepares, the way she works, she's the first one in the gym, she's the last one out. She's a natural point guard. She can hand the ball, she's quick. Every place we go, we go summer and stuff, everybody goes, boy, she's good, boy, she's good. Everybody loves her. She's a great kid. You can't find a better kid and a better student, I might add.
Uri boasts a 3.9 GPA, is a member of Executive Council, and volunteers in the community, as well as excelling in softball in addition to basketball.
You try to fit in school whenever you possibly can, and then sometimes you have to eat. You have to eat occasionally, but no, you just try to balance it as best as you can.
A recent loss was really eating at Uri, so she called and texted every team member to lift their spirits.
Sent them nice quotes. I said, hey girls, this isn't the end of the world, it's just a game. There are more important things in life than this, but this is not going to stop what our goals are. You know what I mean? We have to stay focused, and this is just to get us into shape. You know what I mean? We're just going to, from right now on, we're going to run the table, and we're going to do what we know how to do and win.
She's just a leader. She's a born leader. She's a born leader. She's a junior. And the seniors listen to her, and they respect her, and everybody respects her.
She has earned that respect because of her personality, but also skill level. Uri holds the female single-game record for most points scored inside McGeehan Gymnasium, tallying 40 against Crestwood in her sophomore year. This year, the Lady Cougars will contend in the Wyoming Valley Conference in District 2, with Uri leading the way at point guard. And the thing is, she's just a junior.
We're glad we have her. I'm really glad we have her like next year too, because that's a coach on the court. Man. She'll do a lot of special things in the rest of this year and her senior year. That's why I'm smiling so much.
The Hazleton girls are next in action on Monday at Berwick. A reminder, you can watch the Hazleton boys tonight on WYLN as they host Coughlin, as you get an inside look inside McGeehan Gymnasium. Coverage begins at 7:30. Stay tuned. Next, Joe Garbacik will have a look at your upcoming forecast.
Success begins at MMI Preparatory School.
Because I'm treated with respect. Because every teacher knows me by name.
Because independent schools better prepare us.
Because they helped me get a full ride to Stanford.
Because MMI is worth the investment.
Register your child today for our January 21st visitation and our January 31st entrance exam.
Well, I'll never forget it. 1 minute, we're talking about going to the movies, and the next, Maggie could barely speak. It was a stroke. I thought I was going to lose her. But I never saw doctors work so fast. Anyway, she's coming home tomorrow. I just hope she doesn't yell at me for killing all the plants.
Boy, talk about a big temperature change. Middle of January back in 2009, we're talking about a 100-degree temperature drop in Alaska. 2 locations, look at that, minus 46 to 44. And you got minus 60 to 40. Fairbanks and Eagle, Alaska, boy, talk about some extreme changes of weather occurring over a relatively short period of time. We're going to be dealing with some colder weather, a little bit milder by the second part of the weekend, some rain and snow showers, and then maybe a period of some snow. Doesn't look like a whole lot at this point in time for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week.
I would not want to move to Alaska. Thank you very much.
I would be okay on the higher note, but on that lower note with temperatures,
negative 60, that's a little ridiculous.
I can't even fathom that.
No, that's like, that's frostbite. No.
Yeah, but the folks that live up there, they're kind of used to it. Just like when we get these cold temperatures,
can be
they came here.
I don't think it can be used to minus 60.
Yeah, that's a little extreme. I mean, it's not like it's there all the time.
Right, that's true too.
All right, well, we're looking at some snow next week, so I'll just blame you for it. All right, make sure you tune in to WYLN tonight. That was the big basketball game matchup.
Hazelton Coughlin, big matchup.
All right, so make sure you tune in tonight. WYLN, the game is at 7:30?
7:30.
7:30. Make sure you tune in. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll see you back here on Monday at 10.
Yep.